I walk through the shadow of death left to fear. This is a journey through the halls of hell.
Yes people, what is good? I am BA and the movie I want to talk about today is Ghost Dog. Now Ghost Dog is interesting because just a few weeks ago I reviewed Leon and I was thinking about it, and this is also kinda similar to Leon but still very different in its own ways. Now first of all, you have to be ready for a very slow tempo when you're watching Ghost Dog. It's made in a very artsy, independent way and it very much is trying to set tones and vibes with its character, especially early on in the movie where like the first 15 minutes is very much just him driving about to music and things like that, and you just sort of get yourself absorbed in the atmosphere. But if you expect things to come flying at you every second, even though it's about an assassin, this is not one of those movies. Now what actually first drew me to Ghost Dog is I'm a rapper, I've been rapping my entire life, I've been battle rapping my entire life, and I'm a huge fan of the Wu-Tang Clan and RZA, who makes all the music and also raps in the Wu-Tang Clan. And this was one of RZA's first movie production soundtracks, where he got the chance to do a movie score. He has since done many movie soundtracks, but this was the first one I remember they just gave him carte blanche to do whatever he wanted with it. And what he did was really dope, because he basically made the soundtrack sound like a Wu-Tang Clan album. So if you're a hip-hop fan, this film is just dope musically, because every instrumental or song with vocals that comes in just sounds like a classic Wu-Tang Clan instrumental from the golden era of hip-hop. So who is Ghost Dog? Ghost Dog is a guy that as a kid was getting beaten up by a group of people and a mafia man scared off the gang. So he always swore loyalty to the mafia dude that helped him when he was a kid. But as he grew up educating himself. Even though he's a black dude from New York, he read things like the Hagakure, which is the samurai bible, and the Bushido, and the Art of War, and the Book of Five Rings. So he grew up very samurai minded. He decided to live his life like that, and because of that, a samurai has a thing called a retainer, which is the person you've basically swore your life to, usually a feudal lord for example. And because that mafia guy helped Ghost Dog when he was a kid, that mafia guy is now Ghost Dog's retainer. So he basically does contract killings for the mafia just because that guy helped him out one time when he was younger. And the first thing I love about this is literally the Hagakure narrated philosophies that cut in and out throughout this film. You get to see Ghost Dog just reading great portions of the Hagakure, and it is an amazing book. Now, I want to stress, if you do go and read the Hagakure, I warn you, like many good books, it unfortunately has a layer of programming built into it. In the Hagakure's case, it is very much always going to divert things back to, you know, that is why you should worship your lord. That is why you should die for your feudal lord. That is why you should live every day to protect your feudal lord. It was programming the samurai to be completely fearless in death, but also to completely serve their master without question. So when you read the Hagakure, just try and cut out the side of it, which is clearly there for the mind programming aspect, and just read the other side, which is death philosophy and war philosophy and how to build yourself into a warrior-like mindset. And some of the quotes genuinely resonate with me to this day. So think about it. You've already got some interesting elements going on. It keeps cutting to these Hagakure quotes and we see this assassin driving about listening to Wu-Tang sounding beats going out on a hit contract, and it's already getting quite a unique difference going with it in comparison to Leon, even though they are on very similar subjects, and also very similarly that he works for a mafia guy. Now the main plot of the movie involves the mafia inevitably turning against him and attempting to kill him, so he now has to go against the same mafia that he used to do contracts for. And on the surface that just sounds like a classic action revenge tale, but trust me, barring maybe one scene that you could describe as high action, this is definitely more more a character study and just trying to paint a little picture and let you enjoy a world for an hour and a half. And this being similar to Leon, he also has his own Matilda. Ghost Dog doesn't have many friends, but he does go to the local ice cream stand to talk to a French guy about books and play chess, and there's also a little girl who goes to get ice cream there, which he strikes up a little father-daughter sort of bond with throughout a few interactions over the course of the film. But this film just isn't structured to have necessarily a happy ending. It isn't structured to necessarily have anything. As I said, it's more just a slice of life, creating an interesting mood, and if you're in a certain mood or feeling a certain way, this is just a perfect way to heighten the mood that you're already in. I haven't mentioned it yet either, but Forrest Whitaker plays Ghost Dog and he does a great acting performance in this. So yeah, if you've never seen it and you catch yourself in a samurai-like or hip-hop mood, put on Ghost Dog and you will have the time of your life. And until next time, if you've liked this video, click like, subscribe, comment down below, come over to the Patreon, sign up and help support me personally. I've been BA. Peace.